Are we ready to
Are we
go?
blowing the forest spirit? Like, what are we doing?
Are we ready to go?
I'm just hearing a lot of background noise. I'm like, maybe you just wait a second while people stop shouting.
Well, then maybe you should close the door.
Does this look like an open door?
Love's an open door.
It's just.
Come on, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
What do you mean? This is like yes. Like I'm glad that you're
No, the
adding
bit was funny. The bit
positivity
was
and
pretty good.
enthusiasm, but you can't just. I go. Does this look like an open door? You start seeing love as an open door, and you go, that was good.
Like the bit, it was a
That
good
was
bit.
good.
The
That
bit
was
was good. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the episode of the Capcom Podcast. Cameron.
You're Cameron. I'm Justy. What up, gang? I don't know how much Cam is keeping in of that. Hello. We are here for the anime.
It's one of those kinds of episodes today.
Miyazaki notoriously anime lover, so it's gonna be a good day.
Yeah. I mean, Justy, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I've been awake way longer than I normally am on a Sunday because I had to watch a movie for Cameron and I had to have another meeting before this for Cameron, and I'm gonna do a podcast. And it's gonna be awesome. I'm reading books. I'm sitting outside and pondering life. Like it's been a good time. It's
these are the important things in life, you know. These are the important things.
Doing podcasts, adding to the cultural conversation. One more podcast never heard anyone. There's already 10,000, but I'm glad that you're listening to this one, dear viewer, because this one's really going to change your life. Because we're talking princesses today. Top
Princess
10
Mononoke. Let's go.
Number 10, Princess Princess Twilight Sparkle. Some people, kind of rag on this one because she's not doing like a lot of leading within her kingdom. There's kind of other princesses for that in Equestria, but Princess Twilight Sparkle has a really important core theme, and that's friendship, right? And sometimes you have these warring people and nations and whatnot, but friendship's really what it ties everything together, and that's what this movie is about, Cameron. It's about people on different sides of a war thinking that the other side is evil, and we just need that middle person to say, hey, power of friendship, you know?
Yeah.
Do you like that? It was a tangent.
That was a great tangent. You then went back to the point.
No, right. It's what I did that was really good. Just like when
I'm saying you did a really good job. No, 100%.
That was really good.
10 out of 10 on notes.
That was really good, actually.
Well, now I gotta keep in the bit from before.
Yeah, I mean, I think you should. Anyway. But even though I wasn't expected to be recorded at that point.
What is Princess Mononoke about?
It's about a princess. I didn't even reveal yet in the top 10 where she places. Before I say anything, is the name Princess Mononoke said only once in the movie? Is that right?
I think it is. I really think it is.
That's kind of awesome.
but also it's the whole like Zelda thing where the
title Mononoke is Mononoke wolf? What's Mononoke? What does Mononoke mean? Mononoke, Japanese term for a vengeful spirit, monster, or supernatural creature from classic literature and folklore that possesses individuals, causes diseases, or creates suffering. So they're saying, oh, her over there, she's the princess of misfortune and death and demonic nature.
When in fact it's not her.
Our main character meets her and she's like, oh no, I'm just this person with a name. and we go, "Yay!" It's understanding the other side. Yay! Princess Mononoke um, is a Miyazaki slash Studio Ghibli and or Ghibli film in La Espanol about we
What?
started in this tribe where a prince takes down a demon boar creature. They don't really know where it comes from, but it leaves a curse. I guess it's on its right arm. For me, it is my right arm. Um, left and right's a mirror, you know. But
It's his right arm. Yes.
his right, yeah. If you do this with your hands, the L is the left one. But
Do you really have
so
trouble seeing left from right? Is that something that you struggle with?
and I try not to judge people who do the this. And I have a few friends who do. I'm like, oh no. So
Well, also, yeah,
he
but
gets
the
this.
princess's name is also San.
Yes,
It's her actual name.
right. It's like Sans from Undertale, but I don't know which came first. So I
I
don't know
think this one
which is
came
like
first.
inspired by the other.
But I also
I'll
think
look into
Sans
that
is
like
inspired by
while we're
Comic Sans, not
after
by
the
this.
intro here. So curse arm, yes. And he's told that this will envelop him and ultimately kill him very very painfully. But he does have the opportunity to venture out to find the source of the why the demon boar was so full of hatred and pain. And he ventures out, finds that his curse actually, despite the fact he does want this gone, living is pretty cool. It does imbue him with a level of strength. He finds a place that's destroying the environment and finds a kind of this warring faction between the it's Iron Land, Iron Place, Iron this Iron Place, um, and and the woods with a lot of um spirits, gods, and ultimately demons. They're at war because of the degrading environment, and both of them want our lead prince to pick a side, but will he? We're gonna find out how this guy pulls this world together, and if he could get rid of the curse placed upon him, as he meets the Princess Mononoke. Yay! Yay!
Yay!
Point for me for saving,
Fine.
for educating, for educating.
I mean, if you were getting a point every time you educate, you'd be getting like at least a point every episode.
Oh, don't
Because that's your
tempt me with
bit.
a good time.
That's your bit. Yeah, I
That's fine.
mean,
Yeah, you ask me to do it every time. I'm just a people pleaser, and this it's hard for me to help that.
I really love this movie. I really love this movie. It is so much fun. It is like whenever I watch Studio Ghibli film, I get all warm and fuzzy inside.
It's
Um, yeah.
there's this stylization. There's a way that they go about making the moves that it really envelops you, right? They do such a great job of painting a world, dropping you inside of it, and it does something that like more like if you're thinking like American, like early Disney did a lot of like let's just experience this otherworldly place and let it feel mythical, let it feel like you're really experiencing something of legends that isn't every day, whereas like I think a lot of American films especially like looking at animation worlds like are a little more focused in on like let's have characters be as like modern esque as possible. There's nothing wrong with that, but um, I think when you are able to buy into this world and the mythos, there's just such a scale and gravitas to many of the Ghibli films that I feel like I don't often get elsewhere. So I mean, like I, you know, Is this your first time, second time, third time, fifth time seeing
I want
this?
to say second. This is my
Okay.
first time seeing this movie. This is my second Ghibli film, I believe.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
What was your? Okay, well, it's also my first time watching Mononoke, but
No, I think I've seen
okay,
Boy and the
I
Heron,
assume
and
you
that's
watched
it.
a bunch of Ghibli
No,
movies at this point. What have you seen?
Boy and the Heron is the only one that I've seen.
Right, we watched that together. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, what number is this for me? I've seen. I'm not gonna make people wait as I count, but this I guess it's number 6, 7. Don't laugh. One of those. But
Hello and happy Mother's Day.
happy
Someone
mother.
just Jacqueline, my mother just said hello.
Okay,
So
because I was like, I thought you were about to say Happy Mother's Day to the 6 7s out there. I'm like, okay, yeah, you can say that. Like it's your podcast. Do your thing. There's no characters doing that in this movie for some reason. It's just I guess it takes place in another time, but like, that's the mythical energy to the Boy in the Heron is your first.
what was
And
first?
Boy in the Heron's an interesting first Ghibli experience.
I think we just saw it in theaters. It was in theaters, and we both wanted to see
No,
it.
I know. I'm just like I'm intrigued as to that being someone's first experience,
And that's
because for
also
so many people who like review the movie take that movie from the lens of like, wow, this is a really interesting film after you've seen a bunch of other films, because there's a retrospective element of this film that kind of takes pieces of previous movies.
interesting.
This movie is its own thing, baby, and I love it for it. I mean, Boy and the Heron technically is too, but like,
But like it's yeah, I
Oh,
mean, is this an earlier? I forget when Ghibli started. Is this one of their first?
no,
Like
not one of their
97?
first. Uh, I should have everything right here. Princess Mononoke came out in 97. Yeah, so
Right.
like we're a few years in to the Ghibli filmography at this point. Do you know this is considered a historical fantasy film? I guess it's because it's about like the time period. It's set in more
I
so than it
guess.
being an historical event that happened. But it got me pondering for a second there, and I'm like, how did this happen?
Is this real? Where were these?
The way that just reading historical fantasy film on Wikipedia makes me go, wait a second. Even for just a moment, I'm like, no, wait, no. No.
What?
But but what if?
So you've seen a couple more Ghibli films than I have. Um, I would say I really love this movie. It was no, I feel like every time, and this is out of two movies, both of them have made me feel very warm and fuzzy and relaxed. And I really enjoy it. Um, and that's how I feel about this movie just in general. I think it's great voice acting. I mean, the animation style is iconic as it always is. And I think the story is interesting and entrancing. And has a good, beautiful ending and message to it. Um, yeah. What are your thoughts?
I'm just learning now by looking at a list. I'm like, oh, okay. So this is my 10th Ghibli movie, and I've seen a separate other Miyazaki movie. Um, and honestly, among the ones I've seen, those ones were real high up there. I thought this is a great movie. I came into this podcast though concerned I wouldn't have enough to talk about, because I think while I love Ghibli movies, it's I I find it to be a harder type of movie to discuss, because so much of my enjoyment about it is in its style and presentation, and just it's so emotion driven often.
Sure.
Whereas, yeah, I'm not like I could talk about the characters being cool, but they're not. don't know why my brain keeps going, because I'm thinking about like modern Disney, and for some reason my first thought there is like Zootopia. And I'm like, we're not talking about Judy and Nick Wilds here.
Right.
We're talking about the cool guy with a mission, and we're talking about the mysterious lady of the forest.
And the
It's a different
spirits
vibe,
and the yeah.
but I love it. I'm like, okay, it's a more interesting challenge putting it all towards the experience. But
Sure.
if for now, if we're just talking about like base feelings, and then we can move into spoilers, we're talking about like specifics. Um, I think it's a great movie. It's high up there on my list of Ghibli movies. It's high up on my list of, spoiler alert, Capgun podcast movies that we've gone through. Um, and I would move into the little forest. I want, maybe I want to be a little wolf. Do you want to be a little wolf?
I could very well see myself being a little wolf. I love this forest. I love this. Stop it. Stop it. This is not funny.
Just you said it so seriously. Yeah, I can imagine myself being a little wolf.
Why is this funny to you?
Because I'm just saying nonsense, and then you just reply in such a
And I'm giving you
such a nonchalant
legitimacy, pure
manner, and I'm like,
nonsense. And
no,
you know what?
don't take me seriously. No
That's a
one should ever
great thing.
take me seriously. I can, hit like and subscribe if you can imagine Cameron being a little wolf. The fact that you repeated the terminology, little wolf, I'm like, yeah, it's like
A
how he's
little itty bitty wolf.
just this big, just this big.
Small little guy.
You keep be a wolf. I'll be a stupid boar. That sounds fun.
No, I want to be one of the apes. Oh no,
Okay,
you
I
know
get
who I
to
want
go
to be?
back to
No,
being a
no.
wolf then.
You know who I want to be? I forget the spirit, the forest spirits. I
Oh,
love them.
little clicky heads.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, Cameron's a bit of a clicky head. Yeah, I can see that.
That whole opening scene of the clicky head guys. I don't know what their names are, but there's some sort of spirits.
No, I think that's the proper terminology. Clicky heads. Yeah.
I'm just like, I love it. And of course
every
the whole
Ghibli movie
scene is like
has,
the
not every, but every mystical, which is a lot of them, Ghibli movie has some sort of equivalent to clicky heads. And they were very, I'd say, even underused in this movie. But that whenever you do see them pop up, it's very pleasant. I think this movie hits a nice balance, all things considered, between the drama and the way it uses these fantastical fun elements to
yeah.
to balance out that drama. Okay, we like the movie. Throw up the spoiler thing. Do we have a spoiler thing on video?
We do? I think.
Okay, then let's do it.
Oh, I forgot
Let's
to turn
do
it
it.
on.
Let's do it.
We're doing it. We're spoilering. It's the spoils. The spoilering.
Spoilering. Yeah.
Made it a verb.
Now we can talk about specific sequences in the movie, and actually, let's hit on. I think the most important character is one that I am trying to recall the name of. What's the elk's name? Because of all like animal companions I've seen in movies, this one's up there. Of like,
this was my favorite. I think it's flat. Do you have one that you like
what a
more?
sweet friend, sweet, loyal. Gets hit by a little arrow to point, and I'm like, wow, I want to die.
What?
I'm sorry. I just didn't like elk getting hurt. I'm sorry. That's a weird, controversial take, Cameron.
You wanted to die?
Emotionally, like, oh, what? I feel pain. That's all I'm conveying, Cameron. I'm feeling.
Got you. I also felt pain. I love this boy. I love this guy.
Jack, come
I love
back.
this guy. Um,
But
you
Ashitaka
know,
is a really, really cool protagonist. Obviously, as stated in the movie, man, a few words. But like, I sometimes you need that like well mannered, just kind of like neutral but good hearted soul, right? To kind of like steer things as the chaos erupts around them. You say words now.
yeah, I also think with the clear-headedness that it comes with, you then have this layer of tension, right? Like, starts out as this, like, very, like, level-headed, like, very logical kind of person who, like, wants to do best for his little village, and then, the inciting incident being this, like, the demon that has now crept into his right arm, right? And what that kind of
Yeah.
means, and the unpredictability of that, and coming to terms with this unpredictability now in his life, um, is something that I think is done really, really well, and is visually done more interestingly than some other films that I think have done something similar in the past. Like, I think, the way that it's like the arm, like, kinda starts to puff up and, like, control, like, and he only has this much control, and then after the first time he kills a couple of samurai dudes.
That
He, like,
caught
is
me
like, "I
so off
regret
guard.
this."
Like a little bow and arrow is like, oh, arms are gone
Yeah.
now from this. Chops the head off. I'm like,
Well, and it's like
is that how
you
that
notice
you're
you
like added
notice his,
straight?
like,
Like, is that how that works? I love it. It's a weird visual, but it's fun.
but also you
It's
notice his
great.
surprise, and then all of a sudden you notice his,
Yeah.
like, disgust in the same breath, and that I find really, really interesting.
I think what is fascinating about this is like, I don't know, you look at it like an American superhero movie and a character sees that they are capable of doing that. It's like, whoa, I got superpowers now. I'm so strong. This movie is very like, okay, this curse has given this person incredible power, and this guy, no doubt, is still on the route of, I want this gone. I'm not looking at this as a strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have strength, but like I want curse gone. And obviously you could just argue that it's like, well, of course he doesn't want to die. But like I think it's still an interesting look at like the what is considered strength in this world. And this character's strength is his ability to look at the world unclouded, no hatred in his eyes. Um to be able to bring that balance, and that strength is just a little boost to help him achieve goals with his real strength.
Do you think that he's actually unbalanced?
You mean like unclouded?
Yeah, like, as in, or, like, I guess balanced, that he's, like, unclouded, because it feels like at the beginning it's supposed to be neutral, but he's not really a neutral character.
um I would say that he is neutral in the sense of he is not on one side in terms of inherently like this side is more right than the other. He is on the side of individuals and on the side of good-heartedness, because he will help out like the human side as well, when like he's like, well, I'm saving your life because I promised this other human that I would do so. Like he's loyal to all who show kindness and are part of his uh mentality of finding a level of balance. Obviously, being that it's the nature side that is suffering more in this conflict, he has to kind of work with that side a little bit more, because that's the only way balance can be formed. But I think that there's a strong argument to be made that he's only seeing that because of being unclouded in his judgments. And he, wealth means so little to him. He throws out a gold piece and like is kind of whatever about it. So like he's not he can't come at this with this like corrupt mindset. And he has no like pledge to nature, that to me that's never come across as like a thing of his. He's not like one of the spiritual guides who are so hyper aware of how the nature works. Like he can't go into the woodsy forest and know, oh, and this is where the heart of the forest is, and in this
Right.
particular lake is one that I should set in to heal. He's not really aware of that. He just knows that if he helps them not lose any more trees, they're probably gonna find a little bit more balance, and that's gonna go both ways. He wants both sides to persevere here.
He's kind of he takes the side of balance.
Is that a side? Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is a side. No, it very much
He
is a
takes
side
the thematic
because it's like it's
side
not for
as
one, it's
opposed
not for
to
the
that
other.
being this side or the other. And everyone in the movie is like, "You're on their side. You're on their side." Because for
Right.
a lot of people, being on one side is not okay, the better wording. To a lot of people, not showing 100% support to one side means you're on the other side.
Right,
And
but that's why
that's
he's
the
the guy of
dangerous mindset a
balance.
lot of characters get into during this movie.
But he's the guy of balance. He's the guy that will do something for the sake of keeping the peace and to keep both on equal footing. It's like there's an imbalance, right? It's this very like old kind of thinking of like you cannot have imbalance. There must always be a yin to the yang. You must always, have the darkness of the light. And so you have these two sides, and his whole view of the world seems to be, look, there is no right or wrong, but everyone must coexist. And
Right.
so I'm gonna keep both kind of in their place so that no group can overpower the other, essentially, right? That's why he saves the princess when she's in the camp, but also why he'll then, try to save the iron factory as it is like going out to try to get it saved, uh, as it's falling apart, because he sees there's a balance that has now been created at his time of arrival or shortly before then, and his whole goal in life is to keep things perfectly balanced, that nature and industry can coexist, right? That these two different worlds can come together and be very similar in their view and coexist within a certain frame and within that framework that is Earth.
And isn't that wonderful? Um,
No, I thought that was like one of the smartest takes that I've done on this podcast.
point for Cameron.
Yay.
Cameron's got brains. Cameron's got
I got
brains.
brains. Brain time.
But I watched the movie earlier this morning. I'm like, okay, I gotta remember every single name. I love Lady Aboshi. Is it Abashi, right? Lady
I think it's
Abashi.
Abashi, yeah.
Such
She's
a
cool.
not afraid at all of the gods and the spirits
Nope.
and whatnot. Like that couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. But like the way that she just comes at things with such a firm attitude, but also like a real I don't know, the characters do all feel so human here because like yet they could have just so easily spun this character into one that's like, you know, 2D villain, but like, she has her goals. You understand why she has these goals, and she's been fixated on a specific trajectory all of her life. But come the end of the movie, when like all is said and done, like she is able to be like, okay, maybe I might have messed up in a place or two. And she's not thrown in jail. She's like, let's try this again. Okay. Let's
Which is why, I
rework
think
this
everyone
again.
has something to learn in this, you know, film. And I do think that Lady Abashi is a really cool character. I love the whole maternalistic society that she's created. I think it's so much
Yeah.
fun. Uh, and it's so interesting to think that it's within
Happy
this.
Mother's Day, right? Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
It's
All
in
the
this,
mothers.
within this like world that is, very patriarchal, right? Especially like samurai Japan, very patriarchal. And they also do comment on this within the film that it's like, hey, we've created this matriarchal society, where kind of the women are on equal footing essentially, and everyone has to kind of just deal with it. And that's really cool. And it makes her so interesting because like there's everyone has something to learn in this story, but no one's inherently evil in this story either. It's like even the like demon spirits aren't inherently like they're not actually evil. They're just being put in terrible situations. And so like everyone's maybe misguided, but no one like feels truly evil in this story. And I find that to be very well it's done well, which is why I find it to be super
Except
interesting.
for the emperor, but we don't. Who just wants that immortality?
Yeah,
Wants to
it's
live
fair.
forever.
But he just isn't actually in the movie. You just see his assistant like be like, I'm gonna get the head. I'm gonna get the head. Who, by the way, when he showed up again, in midway through the story, I was so confused. I was like, "What
That's
am
a
I
little
watching?
guy. It's our funny
What am
little
I
guy.
watching? Who is this? Please explain."
Oh, you just didn't recognize him.
Oh, I was like, "Yeah." Well, I was like, "Wait, wasn't he the guy from before?" But then like was
Hmm.
talking about something totally different. I was so confused.
Sometimes people talk about more than one thing, Cameron,
Yeah, that's what
and
happens.
that's the lesson learned here. Um,
Yep, that's the lesson learned here, I
Sana's
guess.
awesome. Anytime she's battling and she's like scurrying and whatnot, I'm like, I can watch that all day. She's just so fun. Um, she hates people. Hates everyone.
Hate.
Um, she's a wolf, Cameron. Um, and that's an interesting element too of like, yeah, you could pick a side. I mean, I think a lot of what she's there for is to exemplify. You could pick a side, you could hate the people, whatever, but really, what you're doing is we're all, everyone in the story are is a person, so to speak, with goals and wants
Right.
and fears and pains. If you're gonna just yell out, I'm not a human, I hate humans," uh, turns out like you're hating your idea of people. You're hating the things that some humans have done to you. You don't hate humans. You you hate the things that have occurred that involve humans. Um, it's a I know this feels a little more out there, but earlier today someone was writing to me and said, "I like this video game, but the fandom is really toxic." And I'm like, okay, but that's what everyone says about every fandom. Everyone hates every group because every group has someone who sucks, right?
That is how
Um,
this works. Yes, this is how
I
this
mean, yeah,
works. I must
and
agree.
then it's the bad egg, that makes the whole pie rotten. Is that the phrase? Bad apple.
Isn't the bad apple that makes the whole
What's
tree
the bad
rotten or
egg?
something like that?
Um, so I mean,
I think you
like,
were mixing up different like
like
sayings.
mixing, like scrambling the eggs
Yeah, with the apples, I guess.
with the apples.
With the apples.
That'll taste good, yeah. So,
Yeah, it's an apple pie. You just you know.
it's all coming together, Cameron.
I
Pie
bet
is an open
apples and
pie.
eggs would be interesting. Isn't that a Link dish? Like on Breath of the Wild, don't they have like egg
A lot
with
of people say
apple or
that Breath of
something
the
like
Wild
that?
is heavily inspired by this movie. That's just a fun fact. That,
Is it
and I
actually?
can see it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were
Yes.
made that was a bit.
No. I understand why you would think that's a bit because pretty much everything I say is a bit. But no, that's just a fun fact I've heard over the years.
Like
But I never saw
it's
this
based
movie for
on
comparison.
Link
But I
or
love Breath
wait,
of the
based on Breath of
Wild.
the
So
Wild? Because like I can see
again.
it. Is it based on Breath of the like is Breath of the Wild the what like is that where is it huh? Does
What's the
does do
question?
they is it the whole entire Zelda franchise or are you talking specifically Breath of the
People,
Wild?
specifically Breath of the Wild.
Okay. Interesting. Because like this had a
Yes,
whole like
especially being
Zelda
that,
feel.
the Legend of Zelda franchise started before Mononoke came out.
That's true. That's fair.
Legend of Zelda started what, like, early '80s? This movie came out in '97?
Yeah, 97.
Yeah. So,
I
that's
could
the
see it
year
though based on the
I came out also.
you're as old you're as
Well,
old as Princess Mononoke. How about that? At the Japanese version of Prince, because the English version came out in 1999,
Wow.
which is the year that I was born.
Those selfish humans who kept the movie to themselves for 2 years. I hate
But
humans. I hate
truly,
them.
I'm looking at this list. Some really cool actors played some English voices. Like, I don't know how they continuously
Tell me
like
about them.
get
I'm
like
gonna tell you if I know who any of those actors are.
uh Billy Crudup.
Nope.
He was in what was he in? He was in Hello Tomorrow, if you saw that.
Nope.
Um or The Morning Show.
Heard of it.
You've not seen them? Okay.
Okay, keep going down the list. I'll
Um
let you know once I recognize an actor name because I'm really good with actor names, and I'm gonna get one of these.
Claire Danes.
Nope.
That's an actually really famous person. I'm surprised you've never heard of Claire Danes.
Wow. So yeah, so are we. So next,
I can't. Uh
keep going, keep it going.
Minnie Driver.
Nope.
Uh Jada Pickett Smith.
Okay, one of the Smiths.
Yes. Will
Right.
Smith's
Okay.
wife.
Right.
John
Okay.
DiMaggio.
Oh, John DiMaggio. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I know one.
I'm trying to think. Would you know who this is? I feel like I don't know who this is. No.
You know,
And
John
then
DiMaggio was in My Little Pony, which was referenced earlier in this very podcast.
Keith David.
I know Keith David. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, those are the highlights of actors. There's a couple more, but those are the ones that I knew of. It's a really cool list of actors. Like, it's not the highest, like, because, like, if I think about, like, The Boy and the Heron, that, like, a lot of A-list actors, there's a lot of very big actors in that movie. This is not too bad. It's a pretty good list of movie. It's a
Wait, I
pretty
might
cool
be
list
mixing it up.
of films.
John DiMaggio might not have been an MLP. I think I was confusing him with another.
How
Oh,
could you?
I confused him with John Delancey.
You know, there's
No,
also
John
John DeMita in an actor who's in Princess Mononoke.
I think this is
Wild.
a really good podcast, and we should keep it. Honestly, just keep it going for another few years. Cameron, tell me
What,
about the
keep this
action in this
specific
movie
podcast going
as
for
an
another few
action
years?
person. Huh?
Keep this specific podcast going for like a few years? So stay live for like years and years and years?
I don't see why not. We could have guest stars.
How am I gonna go to work?
Give John DiMaggio a call, and maybe we'll just, and then we could do like a charity kind of thing of like save the forest. This
What?
and we'll do it during this podcast. We'll make this like a 48-hour thing or like a 2-year thing, one of those. And we'll just keep it going, and everyone will give their insight into their experience with Princess Mononoke, and they'll go, "Wow, I watched that as a kid," and we'll go, "Frick, what?" And they'll go, "Yeah, I really like this movie," and we'll go, "What do you like about it?" And they'll go, "I like the wolves and the wolf girl. I didn't like that it was animated. I wish there was a live action remake so I could feel more comfortable watching it." And we go, next, so I think this is a good
Wouldn't you
idea.
think this would be better in live action, Justin?
Can you lean in a little bit? Like,
Yeah.
can you do this?
Yeah.
No, I'll just no.
No. The
Sorry,
art
I'm glad we're
style
on
is
the same
so
page.
good.
Glad we're on
The
the
way
same
that they
page.
portray
It's
the
a
demon
beautiful movie.
protruding,
It would look so ugly in live
it
action,
wouldn't look
and I
great.
don't think there's any way of avoiding that.
The way that the demonness protrudes from these animals is like so cool.
It's cool to
I
look at, and if it was live action, it would be gross to look at.
Yes, I agree. I think it only
And
works
I
because
don't
of the
think there's
art
a way
style.
around it, like, in any way.
But I also think just, like, Miyazaki movies, like, they just feel like the animation is just, like, a part of the vibe, and the vibe
Yeah.
just kinda, like, helps with
It's all about that aesthetic. And now AI is able to replicate it perfectly, so we don't even need Miyazaki anymore. And by
You
that, I
heard it
mean
here first. Justin believes
no,
that
no,
AI should
no,
replace
no,
all
no,
of
no,
us.
no, no, no. Um, I I think whenever people are, like, try to do, like, the Miyazaki style with, like, gross AI emulation, I feel like it's this movie, obviously, Miyazaki movies tend to look similar, but, like, I feel like Mononoke influence tends to be like the prevailing, like, this is what the like Ghibli movie looks like. And
Mm, mm,
I don't
mm.
know, I just see replication of this movie everywhere enough so that I like recognize elements of this movie just based off of people trying to replicate it over the years. Um I'm skimming through it now. I'm like, wow, every every frame is so pretty. Even when I have to
It
look
really
at
is.
when I have to look at is it not is Nago the one from the beginning or the boar the big I'm talking about the big boar that we see throughout the movie. That one's the is that big anyway, not important. Big white gross looking boar. Um who I feel really bad for, by the way. Not more than just being gross.
How bad,
Beautiful on the inside.
Justin? How bad?
It's bad.
Wow, that's really bad. You're really bad for that boar. The fact that you got
Um,
hit with it twice, kind of sad.
what about a little sequence of seeing the actual forest guardian like
Oh, the
in
deer
its like
god?
fullest form like right before being decapitated looks so pretty. I love that guy. I want to hang
Why
out
did they
with that.
kill it? It was so dumb. The
Like, do
Emperor's
you want the
so
actual
dumb.
reason? I can help you out there. What
No, no, I know
do you want the actual reason?
why. Like, it's because of the immortality, like,
Yes.
thing. But, like, it's so dumb. It's so pretty. It's so beautiful. What are we
You would think it would
doing?
be at least a little wowed by the splendor and hesitate for just a moment, but, alas.
Yeah, and the whole deer god, I mean, it looks weird. Like, the deer itself, the face, man,
Isn't
that
it
face
great?
is a little unnerving to me. It just feels like a regular face.
Is that what a f do you know a guy that looks like that?
Or I guess it's more feline, I guess, but it does not look like a deer. It just looks too, like, uncanny, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
Ghibli was messed up for that. Has
I didn't say
title of this video, "Has Ghibli gone too far?"
if
The
you make that
video
the
title's
actual
gonna be
title,
something way worse and
Justin,
way more clickbaity than that.
I was about to say, if you make that the title, I'm gonna be really sad.
Has Ghibli Now I'm kind of tempted. I'm like, if you see that video title,
Has Ghibli gone
would you
off
be
the
like at
rails in
least interested?
1997?
Has Ghibli gone too far?
In
Like,
1997.
what does that mean? What could they have done? They haven't even like released a movie recently. I guess people weren't big fans of what's it called? The the Earwig and the Witch. That was like 6 years ago. That was pretty
Boy in the
recent.
Heron was the last Miyazaki film, a
Yes.
Ghibli Miyazaki film.
You
That
know
was
what?
what,
Actually,
3
it
years
could be The
ago?
Boy and the Heron because it for some reason won the award over Across the Spider-Verse at the Oscars.
Yeah.
What's up with that? What's up
I
with that?
look, that was not but I think it's because movies like this one didn't get the love it deserved, and the Oscars are so
Mhm.
retroactive, and the original
Yeah.
Spider-Verse first movie got stuff. So,
Yeah, I would I'll tie it in, but, I would say that this movie here is a top 3 Ghibli movie for me of the ones that I've seen. I don't know what the exact order would be, but in some sort of order, we have Mononoke, Ponyo, and Whisper of the Heart. I love those 3 movies. Highly recommend them. Cameron, I think you should watch Ponyo and Whisper of the Heart, but I think Whisper of the Heart might be to your sensibilities as a creative and resonate with you in that way. It's much more grounded among the Ghibli films. Ponyo is just a very, very cute delight. So I recommend it for that reason. All that to say, Boy and the Heron, it's kind of low on my Ghibli list of 10 movies. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a good movie, but
Oh,
it's kind of
yeah.
lower on my little list. And then of all the movies that have ever been made, Across the Spider-Verse is up here.
Yeah, I think especially because you look at it, Spirited Away and Boy and the Heron are Miyazaki's 2 Oscar wins. I think they just wanted to give him another Oscar before, because I don't know if he said he's done making movies, but, like, I feel like
He
it's
said
been
it
a
ab
conversation.
I read that, this was the Mononoke in '97 was his first final film. I don't know how many final films he had, but I read earlier today, and I could be misinformed, but I read somewhere today that this was his first final film.
Wow.
And
That was so many
this movie
movies.
is as old as I am.
And he made other movies since then.
A few,
A
arguably.
few. I think most. He made most since then.
So that is fine, and intriguing. I gotta watch more. I'm like if I'm like halfway through them, I guess I might as well just watch all the rest. So,
Yeah, you know.
let's do a Whisper of the Heart cast. I think I was looking at Letterboxd earlier today. Jack has Whisper of the Heart with a very low score, so that could be fun. That could be
Sounds
a
like a
fun
really
time.
fun thing.
I can't tell if you're
I
being
don't know.
sarcastic.
But you know what, Justin?
Yeah, let's do it.
You know what it's time for?
No.
No, you don't
Yes.
know, or no, you don't want it to happen?
Rate it.
It's time for Rate That
Movie.
Movie.
All right, do it. Do it, Cameron. Do it. I dare you. You won't.
I'm giving this a 9 out, like a 4.5 out of 5, like a 9 out of 10. I really love
Ooh.
this movie. I'd watch it
Great
again.
movie.
I think it's better than Boy and the Heron, I agree. But, like, they're both really solid films. Yeah, I
I
think I
think that
gotta.
this one is like twice as good as Boy and the Heron, but that's me. That's
Interesting.
me. That's me.
I think
You're
this
you.
film is better. I think the story is more interesting. If I remember correctly, I think the message is super cool, and I think the art style just fits more. And I just love the world. I love the gear guys, the click guys,
We love
clicky
the
guys,
clickies. Yep.
clickies. Justin, how do you
That
rate
is their
this
formal
movie?
title. Um, I actually had so much trouble ranking this one because it's so the things I like about it are so different than the movies what I like about the movies that I like that I would put also like in a higher place on my Capgun movies ranking list.
Right, right.
Um, so there's gonna be some variance, and maybe there's an element of you know, recency bias at work that we'll see how this movie feels over time when I look back on it. Currently, though, out of 61 Capcom movies that I've watched, I have it at number 10. Hmm, that's pretty
Okay.
good. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
What's like, but what's
I
like,
have it.
what is it between?
I have it below One Battle After Another and World of Tomorrow. I have it above Zootopia 2 and Hoppers.
Interesting.
Um,
There's one
Zootopia
of
2 is
those
an
movies that I
interesting
don't.
one.
I hate. I think one of those movies that I think we would disagree on.
I know you hate hoppers. I know.
No,
Um.
I think One
Oh well,
Battle is
you
too
you
high.
notoriously hate one battle after another, so
I don't
that I get.
notoriously hate it. I think it's good. I don't think it's like I think it's really good. I don't think
I
it's
love that
like
movie.
everyone's like the second coming of Christ, and it's not that. Guys,
You just
it's a good
see, you
movie.
just you
There's
just hate
better
other
movies.
people's opinions more than you like. Don't let that affect you.
No,
Just don't let
no,
that affect
like
you.
I look again. I that's my
Don't.
opinion. My opinion is also that I think it would be below any of the other movies that you mentioned on this list today so far.
Sure, out of 5, sure.
Well,
But,
yeah, but like you put some really really good movies in there.
yeah, we're high up on my rankings list.
But I'm like
Um,
so like yeah, I think that you
but, like,
put three movies
it's
above it that below it that shouldn't have been.
but, like, it's so hard to compare to a Zootopia, where, like, so much of it for me is like, I wanna hang out with Nick and Judy all day long. What a pairing, they're so fun. And that movie is like w wears its thematic elements very differently. I'm not in Zootopia for, like, the stylistic adventure that this is.
Sure.
It's very hard movies to compare, so I could see things flip-flopping, but, like, I'm happy with this placement at number
Number
10.
10. I do gotta say one thing because Jacqueline
Yeah.
Spector did write this in the chat. They wrote bow and arrows are cool. And they
Oh,
are cool.
wow. Yeah, yeah. Oh,
And they're
that's
used
it.
really
Okay, yeah, yes.
That's it. That's the
No,
comment.
that's good. No,
Done really well.
no, I agree. There was quite a bit of that in this movie. So, if you're a bow and arrow fan, this one might be for you. Think about that
Think
next
about it.
time
Think
you
about it, guys.
consider watching a
Think of it.
Ghibli movie.
That's the reason
Um,
why you should watch it. Because of that. Think about it. Do it.
do you
Do what you
think
want.
that that our 2 leads are in love, or are they destined to follow different paths, Cameron?
Interesting. I think he likes her. No, I think he likes her. I don't think she likes
He and
him.
she hates humans, so
I think she tolerates him like a cat tolerates humans.
they also just met, so who knows?
Fair.
How long have they known each other? 2 days? 3 days?
Essentially,
How
yeah.
how 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 long ago, at least from the time in which, he gets there after, like, during the first act, like, how long do you think the movie takes place? Like, do you think is it a
Couple
full 3
days,
days? It could be
maybe a
more than
week.
that.
Maybe
You
it's
think
a
it
week.
could be a week? Interesting. 'Cause I'm
What do
I'm
you
thinking about,
think?
like, we do see day and night cycle, and I don't think we skip any days, right?
Don't think so either. I'm just trying to figure out how many day-night cycles it is. I can't
My gut says 3, but
it could be I
I've
could be
been wrong
between it
once
could be 3
before.
days. I'm gonna
I've
I'm
been
gonna
in
guess
love
between 3 and 7 days.
before.
Are you looking it up now? How many day cycles? No, do it.
No. No.
Do it.
No. You can't make me. How many days long Princess Mononoke?
A Mononoke. A
Oh, I found out
Mononoke.
how long it is. 2 hours and 13 minutes.
That's the length of the movie.
I don't know how I could have searched that differently. Uh, um, like, cause I did like how many days long, and it gave me 2 hours and 13 minutes. People also ask, does Ashitaka have autism? Let's click that Google response. Fans speculate
Uh,
that Ashitaka from Studio Ghibli's
the
Princess
f
Mononoke may be neurodivergent, emphasizing his moral code and clarity. Autism is a spectrum. Traits such as social interactions and sensory sensitivities may resonate with Ashitaka's character. It
hmm.
may. It may. Thanks, Google.
Alright, so this is I was told 30 days, and you wanna know the
What?
yeah, it doesn't make sense.
No. You'll hear more Google questions because I think this is fun. Does one of the auto questions, does Ashitaka have a wife? Relationships. Kaya says goodbye, though she calls Ashitaka brother. She is actually his bride elect and sister in English dub. Wait, is that like a legit thing? Wait, I thought it was. I just thought I stumbled
I
upon something
don't
funny.
remember this part of the story.
Maybe. Do you? How about the question? Is there LGBTQ in Ghibli? And still, there's something about Ghibli specifically that resonates with queer people, despite there being little obvious representation to speak of across the studio's 40-year history. Blah, 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 blah. And then the next question comes up who is LGBTQ in Bluey? In the Bluey season 3 special, The
All right,
Sign, the show
gang, this has been
introduces
another episode of the
express
Capcom
acknowledged
podcast.
LGBTQ plus
I'm
representation,
Cameron.
where the character Pretzel, a young chihuahua,
That's
mentions having
Justin.
2 mums.
And we'll see you next week for Dogma, gang.
See you then, everyone. I'll definitely be there.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.